What we're gonna do in this drill, I'll have Bob demonstrate real quick a haymaker. So haymaker is basically where you're stepping through and you're doing a really wide hook punch. When you're doing boxing, you're seeing boxing matches, they're not doing haymaker punches. They're keeping everything tight and sharp because they want to make sure that they're not going to leave their face open. But if we're on the street, that's a typical, the person's half drunk, they get mad at you or they're untrained, they'll just go, they'll think about trying to throw all their weight behind the punch. So the bad part is it's a very powerful punch that can knock you out if it connects into your temple or your jaw, your throat, your ears. The good part is it's very telegraphed. You see that coming a mile away basically. So we're gonna kind of mimic that. Bob is pretending he's an untrained fighter. He's not doing these short hooks and these nice technique. He's doing a haymaker. So I have time to see him come in and step through. So I immediately start with the elbow in. And then he goes back and he's gonna start with the other hand. So all I need to do is just jam it in here. So hopefully if you see his fist, it's gonna kind of graze to the back of the head and it's hitting back here. That's where I want to be. So I don't want to be here because if he's punching me in, I don't want him to make contact with my hands and hurt my hands or me hitting myself. I can be here and then he punches me and I'm hitting myself. So this is kind of where I want to be. Ideally, I want the tip of this elbow to jam into his armpit, his chest, his sternum, or at the very least his biceps and jam that in. But if you aim for your biceps, you may miss. So if you aim for the armpit area, it's going to either hit typically the chest, the armpit, or the biceps. Then I can go the next progression. So now Derek goes at me, and not only do I do the elbow step in, but I'm also going to punch. Sometimes you step on a toe, that's just mere coincidence. He's in here. I'm here. I'm trying to block and I'm trying to intercept. I'm doing that Takedown concept of blocking and striking, blocking and striking. Now, a strike from here, especially when I don't have time to really throw the full pivot behind him, there's not a lot of power with that normal Diachichui type punch. He's just gonna walk into that punch because remember, he's stepping into me, so I just have to kind of hold my hand out and hopefully he's walking into it. The second part of the drill is we're gonna go off that. Bob does the strike. So I'm blocking and striking at the same time and my punching hand is now gonna pass through, or maybe I missed his neck and I pass through the backside. And I'm going to clamp onto the back of his neck. And I'm going to do a U-turn takedown. I can start pulling his head down while I lift up the elbow. If I feel he's getting kind of stuck here, I can also unravel my hand and continue the turn. So Bob will kind of go to the ground here, and I can do follow-up strikes. So I'm doing this basic U-turn takedown. You're grabbing the mask of that shift wheel, and we're turning it this way. So I've started like this, the punching hand goes behind the neck, it pulls down while the elbow lifts up. If they don't go down right away from doing this, I can unravel my hand to here and continue the push through the U-turn takedown to completion. And then if he comes at me, and I elbow and strike here, a minute ago I went here and I brought the hand up and I did that U-turn takedown like that. But this time after I punch, I'm going to change this to a tiger claw strike. And I'm going to grab that windpipe. You're trying to grab it like a tiger clawing into the windpipe. The other hand, I can clamp it in this way. If they got long hair, I can grab that here, or I could just grab the neck. And then my foot that's on the inside moves to the outside of Derek, and I can kind of pull, twist, bring him all the way down, and then do my strikes from there. Or if Bob does a strike at me, do that side this time. Again, this is the punch. This drives through, it's here. A minute ago we did the U-turn. In this scenario, instead of going behind, this hand is actually going to go on the front to the throat. This one clamps here. You do have to worry about this punch here. That's why immediately I need to step to the outside of him. I can also, instead of grabbing the back of the head, I can also trap the arm to come into play for a single leg sweep takedown nice and controlled. So I'm going to have Bob and Derek just go back and forth. They've got a few options. They can just step and elbow and block. Drill's done. They're safe. They walked into an elbow, hopefully. Or they can step, block the elbow, plus they're walking into a punch. Or they can choose to follow up off of that punch to behind the head, to a turn, to an unravel, to a full U-turn takedown, finish with the strikes when they go on the ground. Again, on this side, it's one. It can be this way here for the setup, but typically the punching hand is going to grab here, and then you can also do a single leg sweep takedown from here, or you could change it to that claw and here and twist the head as you go back. So mix and match it up. There's no wrong answer. So it starts with the step through haymaker. The first one is that elbow blocking in, and you're just punching. And then the other person punches in. They can just punch and the drill's over, or they can add a takedown to it. It's their prerogative, right? Either way, it's safe to work from there. You can kind of mix and match them. If the single leg sweep timer doesn't work, the U-turn takedown is probably a better option. If the U-turn takedown doesn't work, then the single leg sweep takedown is a better option. And like I said, there's no wrong way. You just got to play with it. So start practicing that and just get with the partner. Again, just practicing on, this is the main setup. As long as you're stepping through and you're covering and you're trying to get inside, you're going to close that range from a kicking range or a boxing range into that trapping range for the step down. So continue those drills.